The Oklahoma Sooners have had a massive day on the recruiting trail, landing some of the top 2027 recruits. Flipped a guy from Texas Tech, landed a commitment over Ohio State and LSU. So, of course, we got to talk about it. And Oklahoma is not done yet. So, of course, you want to stay tuned in. You want to be paying attention because the momentum after Michigan and Auburn, it's very real for Oklahoma. So, jump in the comments below. Join the discussion. If you're new to the channel, make sure you guys hit that like and hit that subscribe button so you're not missing out on any content. But of course, we got to talk about the two commitments that Oklahoma got today, because if you were wondering what was going to happen after the Michigan game, where were all of those massive recruits that we were told Oklahoma could possibly win? When are they coming? Well, you got your answer today. And you got a couple guys earlier than maybe I even expected Oklahoma could go out there and land them. And we're going to start off with the 5-star flip. The Oklahoma Sooners go out there and flip Cooper Hackett, the 6'7", 270-pound offensive tackle out of Fort Gibson, Oklahoma. Yes, the home of Teddy Lehman. This is huge, though, because on August 30th, he committed to Texas Tech. And, Oklahoma fans were kind of down in the dumps. They really felt like, Texas Tech is going to get one over on Oklahoma again. The bagman came out. But if you were watching me or Jay or anybody else, we all told you, just got to calm down. Got to wait, because this recruitment's not over. And Oklahoma is going to want to keep all of their top-tier prospects in the state in this class for 2027. Because it truly is an elite class. So Cooper Hackett had a total of 13 offers. I mean, wasn't a huge offer sheet, but it was literally the offer sheet of who's who. I mean, he had Ohio State, Notre Dame, Florida, Auburn. I mean, you can go on and on with who he had. So the Oklahoma Sooners get a big-time flip in Cooper Hackett. This is presumptively going to be the replacement for Michael Fasusi at left tackle, when Michael Fasusi ultimately goes to the NFL draft, which I think a lot of people are under the understanding of. Michael Fasusi is going to be a top 15 pick, maybe even a little bit higher in the NFL draft. And so this is your great left tackle replacement. And so if you're an Oklahoma Sooner fan, you're really excited to go ahead and get Cooper Hackett on board. Oklahoma right now has the number 3 class in the entire country in 2027. And Cooper Hackett wasn't the only addition this morning that helped Oklahoma get to that feat. They also landed the commitment a lot earlier than I think anybody really expected. Caden Penny. He's the number 45th player in the entire country, which, by the way, I think is incredible that Oklahoma has as many highly recruited, highly coveted, ranked guys as they do right now in the state of Oklahoma. Like I said, this 2027 class is huge. We're going to talk about that here in just a second. But landing the commitment to Caden Penny this early over the likes of Ohio State and LSU, that's massive. So you land the top 2 prospects in the state of Oklahoma if you're the Sooners. And you understand why everybody was so hyped last night on Twitter when Jim Nagy and Stacey Ford and all of those guys for Oklahoma were out there recruiting. It's a good day to be a Sooner. Caden Penny had 22 total offers. He's a guy that's played both offensive and defensive line out there at Bixby. And the guy can play because he plays at Bixby, Oklahoma. So he plays in some of the best schools here in the state. So really good pickup. I know he's listed as an offensive tackle. Fully expect Caden Penny to play on the inside, probably as a guard for the Oklahoma Sooners. But Bill Bedenbaugh, he's cooking, and recruits are definitely taking notice. If you're the Oklahoma Sooners, you now have 2 tackle spots basically solved here in the 27 class with Luke Wilson out of South Lake Carroll committed. And now you have Caden Penny at the guard position locked up. I still expect Oklahoma to probably take 2 more offensive linemen in the 27 class, but they've also got a 2026 guy that I 100% think could jump on board, and that's going to be Daniel McMorris. If you haven't been paying attention, he just recently got the offer from Oklahoma, and you can imagine an offer for him that is a dream offer. This is one where I think you could probably expect him to be an Oklahoma Sooner. Just give it time, and he's probably going to be in this class. But we were talking about how good this 27 class could be for Oklahoma, especially in state. Guys, Oklahoma doesn't have just one. They don't have two guys in the top, 300 players in the entire country. They have five. Maj Stanford out of Broken Arrow, who's a top 150 player. Titus Hawk, who is the 161st player and is a 6'7" tight end. Probably could play wide receiver, but he's listed as a tight end. Odefa Oruru, who's a 6'6", 290 offensive tackle, number 245th player. That doesn't even get into a guy like Joseph Graves, who go out to IMG Academy. Dwayne Jones out of Booker T. Washington, who's on the defensive line. Gabriel Osborne out at Mustang, the 6'2", 180-pound. I think he's listed as a cornerback, but I think he's more of a safety. Also plays wide receiver out there for Mustang. Truly exceptional athlete. If you guys haven't seen him play, get out to Mustang. Mustang will be playing Bixby here in a couple weeks. That would definitely be a game that I would try to go out there and watch. Case Alexander, the linebacker out of Washington. Ben Kolar, the 6'3", 225-pound tight end out of Norman North. King Golston out of Valiant, Oklahoma, a 6'2", 245-pound defensive lineman. Bryson Brown, a safety out of Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. And there's definitely more than that on the list. But the state of Oklahoma is truly rich in talent in this 27 class. And you can tell it's an importance for the staff to go out there and try to land as much of this elite talent as possible, because you don't have this kind of elite talent walk through every single year. And the years that it does walk through, you want to be able to take advantage of it. And the Oklahoma Sooners are definitely taking advantage of it. So the Oklahoma Sooners get 2 big-time wins. They're now the number 3 class in the 2027 rankings, right behind Miami and Penn State. Penn State has 2 5-stars and 2 4-stars currently committed in their class. Miami has 4 4-stars and 1 3-star, so that's kind of why they're ahead there. Hey, right behind Oklahoma is Sacramento State at number 4 with 8 commits. So maybe we'll have to see how long that lasts, if Sacramento State can surpass Oklahoma here. But phenomenal pickups, massive pickups on the recruiting trail for the Oklahoma Sooners. I want to hear from y'all. Join the discussion. Jump in the comments below. Let me know what you guys think about the recent commitments of Cooper Hackett and Caden Penny to the Oklahoma Sooners. Bill Bedenbaugh's cooking. Jim Nagy's cooking. Also, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that like, hit that subscribe button so you're not missing on any recruiting content. And a little teaser for you. We're going to be talking about some more predictions that have been put in favor of the Oklahoma Sooners to go out there and land some more 2027 targets. These could be at least one of them that you could see drop here pretty quickly. So make sure you guys are keeping your eyes out for that video. But until next time, Boomer.